Hello YouTube, Magma Rhino here. This is the next weekly update. I quite honestly forget the number, but that's actually the first thing I want to talk about. I'm kind of, sort of, not completely, but I'm starting to run out of content. Now you have to understand, I've made, 90 videos? 80 of them were based on the Transformer, on all sorts of stuff about it. I mean, so 80 videos on any piece of technology is a ton, and I'm pretty much trying to get like every last drop of juice as I can out of my Transformer. But eventually there's going to be a point where the only thing I can do is like app reviews, and then updates. So hopefully I don't get there for a while, but I might. So that's why I'm going to start doing weekly updates every other week. So I mean, I'm sorry if you like watch all of them, you like them every Saturday, but it might just be for the time being because I am so busy with school and with work and with all that stuff going on. I really don't have that much time to make any videos, but after the winter's over, I might have like a lot more time, but I won't really know until then, so we'll see. But as of now, I will be doing these weekly updates every other week so that I can hopefully get enough content and not run out after like a few more weeks. Next thing I want to talk about is I'm beginning to make a website. It is still very, very early on in the development. I'll try to go to it now. And I will most likely put, oh, why is it doing that? I'll most likely put a link in the description below, but I may forget. So if I do forget and you want to go check out my website, just go to my channel page. Don't play the video. And then scroll down here. On the left, it's got the website. I'm using the domain or web host or whatever you want to call it. It's called Moonfruit. Basically, the only reason I'm using this is because you can actually get it for free for an unlimited amount of time. It's probably bad glare. It's definitely not the best, but it's not the worst. It's got this like surfer in the background because that's the template I chose, and I didn't actually realize you wouldn't be able to completely block it out. So otherwise I would have chosen something like less obnoxious. But I mean, as you can see here, I've just got title. I've got quick links to both of my YouTube channels. Oops. There. So you can jump to either one of my YouTube channels really quick. I've got a blog on this front page, and I've just got the one posting like talking about it. I got a description that's blank. I've got a link to my Facebook page. It's called Android HQ. I was gonna call it Mr. Android HQ, but then it would seem like it's only for the one channel when it's for both. So I just called it that, and I already got one follower, so that's cool. And I've also got an email in case you would ever like to email me directly. Please don't abuse the email, otherwise I will be taking it off. Just email me if you have questions that are like extremely specific, or if you don't have a YouTube account, you can't make one, you want to ask me something still. Stuff like that. I mean, most of the time, it would be better to just send me a PM on YouTube. I will reply quicker to YouTube, but, you know, for some reason you can or whatever, go here, you can email me. And I'm also going to put in, like, a videos section soon once I get that working. So anyway, this is the beginnings of my website. I will definitely be developing a lot more, but it may take a month or two or more for it to get, you know, like, really nice looking. Next thing I want to talk about is Ice Cream Sandwich. Now, this is the huge update that was just released by Android, in case you didn't know. It was first seen on the Galaxy Nexus, which is a Google phone, obviously. And it was just released the Asus Transformer Prime. Now, the original Transformer, the Slider, and the 3G Transformer still have not gotten the update, and unfortunately Asus said that we won't be getting it until the end of this month, if not until the beginning of February. So you will have to be patient for that, because originally they said they would get out as soon as possible after the Prime being the 12th, and then this a little after. The update for the Prime actually came about 3 days earlier, on the 9th, and that was probably due to CES 2012. They wanted to get it out for that. But then they actually delayed it for the original Transformers, Slider, and 3G. But have no fear, I believe all three are still getting it. I know the original Transformers, I know the Slider is, and I don't see why the 3G wouldn't. I just haven't read anything that says it is. But I'm sure it is, so don't worry. So anyway, in case you were wondering about Ice Cream Sandwich 4.0, the main things it's going to do is, for phones, it's going to do a new interface. For tablets, it won't change much. Asus, in case you've ever used the Revolver ROM, when you tap this, instead of having all these words, it has icons with little, like, tap it to toggle it. I believe Asus integrated that into their Ice Cream Sandwich. So now when you tap this, it won't be a long list of things. It will just be a little bar going across with icons, and you can toggle whatever you want, so it's a lot better. Multitasking it already has. Again, some of these things are from Honeycomb bringing them to phones. Some of them are from, Froyo and Gingerbread bringing them to tablets. It's kind of mixing them and adding more. But stuff that we will get is the lock screen actions, which you can jump straight to your camera. I believe Asus will be integrating that. I don't see why they wouldn't. We won't have the quick responses. It's not a phone. You can now, you will be able to swipe to dismiss your multitasking tabs. Why is this so slow now? So anyway, when you open this up, say you want to get rid of one, all you do is you tap and you slide away, and that will get rid of it. It doesn't now because I don't have it, but you get the point. They're redoing the voice recognition software. That's pointless. I think they're doing a lot more with the Google profiles, Google Plus, whatever it's called. They're unifying the calendar and visual voicemail, which we don't have voicemail. There is a new camera, which we will get, which has zero shutter lag, the slide panoramic, and a whole bunch of live features like there. You can do the fish head or big eyes, stuff like that. It's got a new web browser, which should be faster, but Asus puts their own in, so that's different. It will have face unlock and a few more things, improved email. So, as you can see, I got a few questions about Ice Cream Sandwich. Anything that I mentioned will be included on the Transformer. Obviously, it's shown on the Galaxy Nexus here, so it will look a little bit different, but it will be most of the same features with the very, very, I don't know what you could say, non-intrusive skin that Asus puts on it, which actually makes the Ice Cream Sandwich experience a bit better in my opinion. It's not like Moto Blur where they just kind of redo everything and make it their own way. I don't really like how they do that. It's just a little bit too much. Alright, so yeah, if you were looking forward to Ice Cream Sandwich, that's what it's about, and it should be coming by the end of the month or beginning of February, somewhere around then. Giveaways, I'm still working on that. I will hopefully be buying this stuff tomorrow or Monday, as long as my parents let me. I hope they will, but whatever, I'll figure that out as I get to it. Again, I didn't plan for this episode, which is wonderful, because now I don't know what to talk about. Right, I do know what to talk about. I'm just going to talk some more about Ice Cream Sandwich. When you upgrade to 4.0, you will lose your root. Somebody told me 128-bit encryption, which is supposed to not be able to be hacked, locked bootloader, something or other like that. But don't worry, it's going to be rooted within a month after it's released. The Nexus was rooted before it was actually publicly released, and that has Ice Cream Sandwich built into it. So really, you don't have to fear about not being able to root it ever again once you upgrade, but you will lose your root and you will have to wait a little bit to re-root it. But it's no big deal because Ice Cream Sandwich is going to be great. You're not going to want to run custom ROMs over Ice Cream Sandwich, stuff like that. I don't believe there were any recent No, there was a recent update to the Transformer, but I'm trying to remember what it does. I think it might have just been fixing the app backup, which I still can't get to work right. I've backed up all my apps and had to restore it from an unbrick. I had the file, but I couldn't actually restore it. It kept getting stuck. I don't have the file anymore because it was too much memory. But I don't know. Hopefully Asus figures that out. They work it out and they get that working, because it's actually really good for us rooters, because you can back up. There it is. You can back up all of your apps. You can actually back up just the data, or you can back up the data and the application. So you can store it on your micro SD, so that if you root and if you get something screwed up, you decide to unbrick it and leave it unrooted, you can still restore all of your apps, all of your data, and the only thing that will be different is your homepage layout. That's pretty much it for this episode. So thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe, give the video a thumbs up, whatever you want to do, show your support. Thank you again, and I'll see you later.